Welcome to today's video, where we'll be discussing a crucial step in setting up your React Native project with eslint. If you're new to React Native or eslint, don't worry. This video will guide you through the process of adding at React Native communityeslint.config to your eslint.config.mjs file. Eslint is an essential tool for maintaining code quality and consistency in any JavaScript project. By integrating it with your React Native project, you'll be able to catch errors and enforce best practices more efficiently. In this video, we'll walk through the process of adding the at React Native communityeslint config package to your eslint configuration. So why do we need to add at React Native communityeslint config? Specifically, this package provides a set of predefined rules and configurations tailored for React Native projects. By including it in your eslint setup, you'll be able to take advantage of the community-driven best practices and coding standards. To start, make sure you have eslint installed in your project by running npm install eslint or yarn add eslint. Once that's done, create a new file named eslint.config.mjs in the root directory of your project. This file will serve as the central hub for your eslint configuration. Now let's talk about what goes inside this file. The first thing you'll need to do is specify the parser and the extends section. Think of the parser as the engine that powers eslint. It determines how your code should be interpreted. For React Native projects, we recommend using @eslint parser. As for the extends section, this is where you can include predefined configurations from other packages. Here's an analogy to help you understand. Think of the extends section like a set of pre-written rules that you can import and use in your own project. By including at React Native communityeslint config in this section, you're essentially saying, hey eslint, use these community-driven rules as a starting point for my project. To include the package, simply add extends at React Native community to your configuration file. This will tell eslint to pull in all the necessary configurations from at React Native communityeslint config. But that's not all. You also need to specify the plugins section. Think of plugins like additional tools that enhance eslint's capabilities. In this case, we're going to include the at React Native community plugin. So what does your configuration file look like now? You should have something that resembles this structure: an object with a parser property, an extends property, and a plugins property. By specifying these properties, you've effectively added at React Native communityeslint config to your eslint setup. Before we wrap up, let's recap the key points from today's video. 1. We discussed why adding at React Native communityeslint config is important for React Native projects. 2. We walked through creating an eslint.config.mjs file and specifying the parser, extends, and plugins properties. 3. We emphasized how including at React Native communityeslint config in your eslint setup can help you take advantage of community-driven best practices. That's it for today's video. If you followed along, you should now have a solid understanding of how to add at React Native communityeslint config to your eslint configuration. If you have any questions or need further clarification, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments below. If this video helped you, be sure to like and subscribe for more content related to React Native and JavaScript development. We'd love to hear from you. What topics would you like us to cover next? Let us know, and we'll do our best to create more informative videos just for you.